and welcome to today's session of Danes and Dice. I'm Toby, the Dungeon Master, and today is session number 42. I'm not alone because before we start, Frederick would like to, in English, explain some more about Gandalf.
Yes, so what I'm saying is that Gandalf could be, if you say it backward, Flatnag.
Great,
So,
there was no F. And
Was that
Gandalf,
Yeah.
Flatnag.
Okay.
How does that
Flatnag.
how does that have something to do with that he defeated a Balrog?
It just makes sense because Balrog from behind is Golarm. So anyway,
Forlap.
my name is Frederick. I will be playing Kevin Riddlewood, the level 7 Dwarven Monk.
Eternally wise one.
Kevin Riddlewood, the Wise.
Yeah. I am Marcus,
sometimes
and I'll be
someone-
playing the half-orc fighter Dominic Grimdale.
I'm Julian, and I'll be playing Barsoom, the wizard.
My name is Mikkel, I'll be playing Seek, the sorcerer.
And my name is Emil, and I will be playing Gibble Gong Grimdale.
Did you leave the gong?
He did, for the first time in forever. That's where we are, let's play some D&D. Last time on Danes and Dice, our adventures started off the day in Kumor. Dominic was given his chainmail +1 with no disadvantage on stealth checks. It might prove to be incredibly OP, but
No.
no disadvantage on. Yeah, it might be, but we'll see.
When you say +1, you mean like +1 compared to the normal chainmail? Right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes, you didn't get 2 chainmails. That would be weird.
No. I just meant it wouldn't be like Dex +1. It's
No.
a chainmail.
It's the chainmail +1.
Yeah.
Correct.
Great.
Are you just trying to know you are actually on this screen? Welcome, Gongs. Afterwards, they went to the Theodon. They were given the books that they need in order to make their way into Candlekeep, and they then proceeded back towards Little. They went past Westfend, where Bellin, the kid who had been missing from there, was given back to
Did you
his
just call him
father.
Belland?
Bellin?
No.
Bellin.
Belland. That's an English curse word.
I know it is.
That's good.
That was a joke of the name back when we made it up, which surprised me that none of you remembered it.
Oh.
I didn't know it was.
In any case, they went back there, helped return him to his parents. Then they went on to Little Oak, where they were greeted by the entire city. They all had their individual hellos and greetings with their families. And in the evening, or actually from day to evening, a big fest was held in their names, in the name of Grom as well, now that he had returned. The same evening, as the party was about to come to an end, Grom himself woke up from what had been a long, long slumber, greeted our adventurers, thanked them for everything they had done, and went back to bed, still being a very exhausted young boy. Everyone went to bed after having had some lovely moments between one another, some between other people. and that's where we start today's session. It's a new day. The dawn is on us. You might have slept in a little bit longer than you usually do. Not the beds here are better than they were in
But the company.
in the Pearl, but there's something about sleeping in your own bed. If that's what you have, and that's not the music we want, that is this.
Good morning.
You all
Awkward
woken up.
morning after.
Hi.
yeah, wait,
So,
wait,
hi.
wait,
Hi.
wait.
Is she still there?
Make a performance check. My head hurts.
Oh no, you wake
What?
up alone.
You wake up alone.
No.
Stupid bitch.
No, you can't
But-
say that.
But
She listened to all of your tunes.
toot the flute.
You wake up alone.
I get up and I start looking for Judy in my room.
Well, she's not on the
Judy!
bed.
Judy!
She's not in your
But you
closet.
see your lute.
Can I look out the window? Can I see her there?
Start maneuvering around. You get
Notice
clothes on,
something
and you make your way downstairs into the tavern where Pip is already helping out.
Pip?
And you see Judy stood next to your mother, having a conversation with her.
Awkward.
You're married now.
Love and marriage.
I approach them and I say, Mom? Judy?
Hi, Gong. I was just delivering these things to your mom.
Oh, that's great. What are you delivering, Judy?
Well, I mean, she had to get her parts fixed.
Well, good thing we have a certified
Can I
craftswoman.
speak to you for a second? I'm pregnant, no.
I'm gone, lad.
Soon Gong is-
She,
I have gone canoeing.
She pulled you outside. I'm sorry, I had to get up early in the morning. You were still sleeping, so I didn't want to wake you.
Oh,
And now, well,
I did miss you up there. When I woke up, you know.
It was a great night last night.
Yeah, wasn't it?
She kissed you on the cheek. I gotta get back to work. I suppose I'll see you later.
Definitely.
She walks off.
Is she limping?
Seemingly more happy. I was just gonna say, seeming a little more happy. Not limping, but
I was gonna say.
seemingly more happy. But no injuries occurred
I'm sorry.
last night. Now we have to do plus 18 whenever we. Whenever I upload to YouTube, I always have to do not for children, and it seems so weird because it's not that bloody what we do. But this episode definitely
But
will
bloody?
not be. It's not for children. Not suited for
You're on
children.
fire, man.
In any case,
PG-13.
in any case, we continue forward.
She did the
Dominic,
parts.
you wake up as well, somewhat hungover, but it ain't the
I
worst.
was feeling his burning hands next to me.
You
No.
wake up and make your way downstairs. You
Inspiration.
see your dad.
The book.
It's already stood with what is this big book of entries in, like the tavern itself. You and him kind of lock eyes for a second. He just nods at you. Good morning, Dom.
Good morning, Dad.
I heard from the mayor that he's looking to see you.
Good morning. What? Oh, oh.
Yes, the mayor is looking
Right,
to see the
right. Yeah,
lot
yeah.
of you.
Right.
Is everything okay?
Oh, yeah. I'm just, I'm maybe a little bit hungover, but that's good. That's good.
You'll learn to drink like your old man someday, I'm sure.
So you said the mayor wanted to see us.
That is correct.
Great.
You.
How's your arm feeling?
Fuck.
You head on
Damn
out.
it. When you're in the situation, you don't think about it, and then, 2
You
minutes
can come back inside the door.
Hey, Dad! 2 minutes later, when you're on the square, in the town square, you're kind of like, sure.
That's what I should have
You
said.
head out into the square and say, "Oh, I knew I should have said something." Over towards the Zephyr house.
I hate it.
Bassoon
Someday.
wakes up as well.
Yeah.
Sephi is already awake. And just, we're not in the tavern anymore. And just greet you. Good morning, son.
Morning, Father.
I'm glad we had our conversation yesterday.
Me too.
I understood that the mayor wanted a word with a lot of you.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
Again, I mean, I know that at this point, my wares in the store probably ain't gonna do you much good. I hope that at least what you got along the way helped you.
Well, yes. They were used a couple of times, so definitely we're gonna keep them for our continued journey.
And
so
you're more than welcome.
thank you.
Consider
Thank
them
you.
your own.
Wow. I will,
Watch out with the cymbals, they are pretty loud.
You don't say. You don't say. I'll definitely. I'll definitely make sure to keep them separated.
That
Mosquitoes?
would be the smart thing to do.
Yes.
Keep that in mind next time. I mean, when.
Do you want some breakfast?
Well, yes. Have you made some?
And he turns and you see that he's got a little pot of oatmeal.
Good old
meal. Good old meal.
Over to
old oatmeal.
Kevin's house.
Yeah.
You wake up in the morning. You see your family's already awake. Grom is lying in bed, awake, but kind of sat up with a big pillow behind his back. Your mom is not forcing food down his
Needed.
stomach, but she's there trying to give him some food. Layla is there as well, making sure that he's all right. She sat next to your dad, kind of going through a list of what you can see as different medications and different things that once she leaves,
So
he has
this is
to
5 gold and this is 10 gold.
make sure that that he gets all the medication that he needs in order to get back on track. You can see it's a list of various herbs, nothing magical or anything of the sort. While you're there in the morning, she does perform different spells on him, spells that you recognize, at least the wording of. The way that I like to portray this is a lot of the spells are performed the exact same way. Regardless of whether you're an orc or quite literally. So even like whether it's a scroll or you knowing the spell, if you say ignis and it's a fireball, then that's what everyone's saying in order to perform it. And you recognize a lot of the spells as similar spells, like healing word and different helps. Oh, good morning, David. How was your sleep? Is your mom saying this? Not like
No. Thank you, Layla. It was great. It's great being back. How are you feeling looking at Grom?
oh, I get it. I'm still tired, but I do like my bed.
Me too. Well, my bed. Get off. It was mine first.
Plus 18, boys. Plus 18.
This episode is not what you
Plot twist.
It's not over. Yeah, you too.
Oh, that's why you missed your brother.
You have had 39 sessions to prepare what you wanted to say.
I actually go over and sit at the foot end of this bed.
And that's when you say it does feel nice.
Yeah, it is.
There you go. Good stuff. You sit down.
Yeah.
He kind of scoots his legs up a little bit, makes room for you. It is nice to be back. How? I'm just gonna turn this down a bit. How long was I gone for?
A couple of weeks. 3 weeks, tops.
It's the furthest I've ever been away from home.
How much do you remember from all of this?
Well, we were playing at the ruins, then and you can see that as he's trying to really think,
As he
kind
says
of, he gets
the
this-
ruins thing, I interrupt him saying, yeah, you know, there's a new record to beat on the long jump distance.
Oh, who said it?
Me?
But you have short legs too.
Well, I bet if we
Have
go
you
up
seen
there now.
Dominic? He's got really big
Oh
legs.
yeah, well, he's cheating. Seek as well. I don't know.
Ian Bassoon's got longer legs than you.
Well, I got longer legs than you, little brother.
Well, for now. For now.
That's a cheeky mother.
He's the new head boss.
You got your
And you can see, no, I always have the ruins. And you can see as he's trying to kind of
we save
think back, it hurts his head. And Leander goes, I think Rom needs some rest and not dwell too much over.
No. I
what's
just.
happened.
Do you remember?
Remember what?
Well, anything, or did you sleep the entire time?
Detect thoughts.
No, I was at the ruins. Then these small, and you can see he's kind of continuing to interrupt him, continuously interrupting himself with like,
It's all right, Grom. Just get some rest. We'll talk later.
my head feels bad. And then Layla kind of pats him on the shoulder and goes, it is quite common to have a headache after what he's been through. So don't worry, it's all gonna pass. Everything's gonna be alright.
Yeah, you're gonna be all right, Grom.
I'm gonna get bigger legs than you.
I doubt it.
Dagger. Oh,
Ways to puncture every situation right
key
now.
point. Chop. I use
No,
key
you
point.
won't.
Knee point.
Oh, that's actually what they do when they. prolong
Your
legs.
dad looks to you and goes, I heard from the mayor this morning that he's awaiting the lot of you over at the town hall.
Yeah, I know. It's
Do you want us to come or?
Well, you heard Gong. Well, that is actually what happened to us. It's not something he imagines. So you know what happened.
That's why I'm asking. Do you want us to come or are you? All
No,
right.
just stay with Grom. If anything comes up, I'll tell you, of course.
Sounds good.
Did you make any breakfast, Mom?
Oh yes, there should be some oatmeal out in the stove. You go out and you get yourself some breakfast.
And I boiled some water,
You boil some water.
and I take that instead of the. Well, I taste the oatmeal, and then the majority of my meal is basically just boiled water.
Okay. He's on a diet. It's alright.
Yeah.
He wants to get longer legs.
Someday I'll be Satan as well.
He read it in a book somewhere.
Google says that.
Out in the forest, not too far off the city itself, in the druid enclave, seek to wake up. And as you get up on your feet, you're met by Baron who comes to you and saying, "Good morning, Seek. I hope you slept all right.
Yeah. Fine.
It really is great having you back. I really am just going to get straight to it. What you said last night, and what Gong told of, what you've witnessed. I know that your capabilities with nature aren't connected the same way that ours are, but yet when you told of this deity presenting herself to you and what we heard from Gong, it's as if our connection with nature, our connection with the woods, our connection with really anything has been weakened over the past, well, essentially since you left here. I have still yet to connect the dots, so to speak, but something feels wrong. It's as if the connection that we once had with nature, the connection that we once had with, that nature had with itself, has been tempered with. I don't know if it has to do with anything that you guys have experienced, but it just strikes me as peculiar that this would happen to you in the same time frame that we feel this. Is there anything that your deity would have said? Anything she did?
She fought with the shadow. I'm sorry, everything is just a big blur. And all the things that we have seen and encountered, and we quickly had to rush from that thing to the next thing. So most of it is fragmented, but it happened maybe a week into arriving into Peru, I think. And do you know this? She had wings and...
Yes, I heard Gong talk of her yesterday, and while Sylvanus has always looked over our shoulders, and he does like a quick little, not a cross, but like a little gesture that, you know, is kind of, I speak his name, therefore I do a little, little thing. As you might have learned, there are other gods of the natures, gods of the wilds, some in good faith, some meaning ill, and others who exist in our world. And I myself has, if not for the majority, then pretty much only ever been connected to our realm. I know that the vast majority of all nature that we are within is connected to realms elsewhere. The trees here, the big ones, might have roots that connect to the face realms, the dark realms maybe, even, the water realms, the fire realms, all of them. But something has weakened nature.
Ever since I left?
Well, at least around the same time that all of this started. I can't say if it has anything to do with you leaving, because I don't feel it being strengthened with your coming back. But something really is wrong. Again, our job, our task is to make sure that everyone around here is safe and sound. And fortunately, there's been no occurrences. It's as if everything has just gone quiet. The birds don't sing the same way they used to. The flowers don't bloom like they once did. I don't know if anything that you've been through can explain anything of what we've seen, but just know that wherever your journey may take you, see to it, please, of course, that the nature is restored.
I'll do my best. All of the conversation I remember with this being is that I received some sort of gift or blessing from her, and that he will come for all of us, his army will come for all of us.
Who?
I don't know. After this vision was granted upon me, I also saw myself, and apparently my say to a father and a friend.
Oh?
I had a vision of being, I would guess where I'm originally from?
Oh. Oh, well, that would be amazing to find out.
Yes.
I know dreams sometimes tend to just be dreams, but no visions, they do tend to have some truth to them, so
It felt
make sure to remember. Make sure to remember that place. Maybe someday
I can go back.
you can go back. Maybe someday you can meet your parents. One could only hope. I went into town this morning and talked to the mayor, and he said that he's awaiting your arrival along with the rest of the boys. And at this hour, well, I know you were up late last night, but one could only imagine that at least by now they've woken up.
Yeah. I'll head there. Thanks. Thank you so much.
No worries.
I'm still sleeping.
You make your way to the mayor's place. As you get there, the rest of the lads have already arrived, and you're all stood inside the. I was gonna say the field on. That's just become a habit. You all stood inside the town hall, along with Bernard. Bernard escorts you to his office. Nothing big and fancy, but it's there. Boys, Malvin's message was pretty clear. I love having you back here, but it seems that, and he kind of looks at all of you, and you can see that he's just eyeing every, like, your hand, your neck, your, like, all the areas of you that have this green glow. He was very insistent in saying that I couldn't keep you for too long, and that you had to go to this candle keep. I know it's sad now that you just arrived back home, but I'm worried that the longer we wait, the worse the situation can be. I did not get many details from this Malvin, but he sounded like an authority figure, and he made it sound like it was very urgent.
Yes, he is enough. Yeah.
I think he's right.
Did you ask the
And
druids
it is.
For
about?
actually, no, I didn't. About the green glow. We can head there afterwards. Maybe they can know something.
Well, I can ask my father if we have any small carriages or something, so we have something to carry our tents with
Sure.
the horses.
Well, I mean, we have the phone.
And you can have stuff on your backpacks.
Oh yeah, but
Or maybe we
Including
it'd
can,
be lovely to have.
I don't know. if
I
the
still have my
druids-
1-person tent.
I
You do
don't-
still have your own person.
I don't remember if the druids have the capabilities of transporting us. I don't remember
Oh.
that.
Well, that would be the fastest way if they could.
Sure, but I don't know if they have it.
They just opened the portal like when you came.
They actually kidnapped him. It's like Stockholm Syndrome parents now.
Do we know about that? We do, right? That he came from a portal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They might be able to.
Yeah.
I would say you've never, if you're doing the whole like travel through plants
Yeah.
thing, they have never done that.
Okay.
I think that's what, a level 7 spell? 6 or 7 spell?
Yeah.
It's pretty high level.
It is?
Yeah. They haven't done that.
Mm.
Maybe someone has come to them and then left again, but you would never have seen them do
Okay.
it.
Ah.
No.
Alright.
But it makes sense that she would maybe think that they'd be capable
Mm.
of doing it, just so that you know. I, again, am left with little information to go by, but I know that there are people out there who know more than
That's
you and
all
that
we-
you know where to go.
Yeah, well, we should probably get going towards Candlekeep
I
to
think
get
it's a
this
good
figured
idea.
out.
Did you ever see that knoll we talked about? The one with flags?
No, I didn't see him myself, but I did hear of his capture.
Oh, he's been caught.
Well, yes.
Where are they keeping him?
That is not information given to me, but I suppose when the guards of Ammon catch someone, they put him where he deserves to go.
Back in the cave.
on the ground.
In a tent.
Good that he's
you.
caught.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
good
At
news.
least
Thank
they
you.
were informed of what he had done, and I'm sure they'll see justice in
Yes.
how he deserves to be treated according.
Yeah, that's good.
That is good.
Justice. I like it.
Another?
Another!
Another corpse.
Thanks, Bernard. Bernard. We should probably start packing then, I guess.
Mhm.
And we still have the 4 horses, do we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We
We've
have
made
So we
sure
just
that they
need one
have
more?
they're stapled and have been fed and
Do you have a pony here for Kevin?
Yeah. Bluey over there is not a good friend of mine.
Have you named your horse Bluey?
I couldn't remember what it was.
Bullseye.
He said, Bullseye! Same letters.
I suppose we can give you a horse, just make sure that he gets back all right. We don't have a whole lot of
No, of course.
them, as you know.
We'll pay for it if
Yeah, we can
if
pay
that's- if that's needed.
Oh, I mean, then no. You know what? No, don't. You've brought back Grom.
No, it's fair.
Consider this a gift from the city.
Oh, fine.
How much would it cost for us to buy the pony?
I mean, they ain't exactly cheap.
We can just.
Suppose.
Can we have a
If
lease?
you insist, he could be yours for 50 gold.
I put 30 on the counter.
And I put,
No, I said 50.
and I put
Oh, 50. No. What did you say?
Yeah, I
Oh,
said 50.
I heard 15.
Oh,
I
I'll
put.
chip in 10 too.
No, I just put out 50, I think.
I just put it in.
Never mind.
and the one.
And then Gonk takes 2.
For my performance last night.
You all pay him an amount that you want to, but
Mm.
it's above 50 since you already paid 50. And he's well, much appreciated. Just make sure that she's fed every day.
I wanted the stallion! No!
You can't ride
You
a
can have a
stallion
mastiff.
because you
A
have
pony stallion.
because you have short legs.
You
It's just
our
a donkey.
chihuahua.
make your way out of the office, out of the town square,
Stallion pony. That's not like a.
No.
We were-
and are now stood in the streets.
Do we want to stay here a couple of days?
Nope.
We were we were talking about yesterday, just having a bit of a rest. But if
Why?
Alvin said that we should get going.
If he's
I think
afraid
he's
that
right
this
because-
condition might be
Worse than-
something of a time bomb,
Yeah.
perhaps.
You're all one nuclear bomb each.
And also, it seems very suspicious that we can't even feel ourselves.
Yeah.
But you can feel it when I do this, right?
But
I can
maybe-
feel that, but I tried masturbating last night and I couldn't feel it.
Why did
TMI.
Pressed it.
We still have all the 5 copies of the books, right?
Yes, I have.
Oh, I have the one, the erotic.
I heard you were like singing, reading last night.
Oh yeah, with Judy. Yeah, we had a fun time.
Were you crying? No.
We both were.
What? Wait, with Judy?
So
Yeah?
so you're together now.
Well, not right now. She's not
You're
here.
in a relationship.
Are you saying?
Well, maybe.
Gong's got a girlfriend now.
Maybe.
Oh.
I asked her if she would come join me at the bar. She said maybe, eventually, maybe.
You sure you want to leave this?
And then
The
she
village.
joined you in the bedroom.
She's a
Yeah.
blacksmith. He got hammered.
Got him.
So,
I want to get back to the bar, and also I want to
She worked on his iron.
I want to be able to feel myself again.
Keep on folding it.
She is a smith.
listen, before we go, Grom is awake, if you want to say hi.
Yeah, we saw him last
Oh, yeah, but-
night.
Well, he's
How's he doing
way
today?
more
How was his
awake.
bed?
It was really comfy. Yeah, you know, he slept on the floor. So nice to see you. Get off my bed.
Get up.
I got the big room now.
Sounds like he's back
No,
to his
no,
good old
he's-
self.
Well, he's not quite there, but
Oh,
No. Well,
he's definitely better.
we should say goodbye to him before we
yeah.
leave.
Yeah, he has a Well, I tried to ask him how much he remembered, and it seems like they weren't sleeping the entire time.
Did you remember?
He's home now.
No, he just has this headache.
Maybe when we get back, we can ask him again. Maybe his mind is more stable.
He seems very focused on long legs. I don't know why.
Long legs.
Well, I mean, I got long legs. You don't. Easy.
These are long for a dwarf.
No.
I jump very, very high up.
Use a key point. no.
And you were stood in the door frame, so you take.
If I had been outside, this would have been cool. I use a
Whether
key
or
point.
not you jump high,
do
that doesn't
whatever
change
you
the
want.
fact that you have short legs.
Do you have a problem with having short legs?
They're not short.
I mean, you got strong legs.
Like when normal
One has
people
to.
use like long pants,
strong legs.
do you always only use shorts?
No, shorts would. I have very hairy legs. Of course, I won't use shorts.
As
Why
you're
do you
having-
think your father always carries a ladder with him?
As you're having a discussion
Well, I don't
out
need it.
in front of the town hall and jumping around, the mayor
I'm
comes
a-
out.
What
and
is a
looks
booby
to
bear in
you.
English?
Who looks to
Gummy
what?
bear.
The mayor
Bobby bear.
Yes.
comes
Gummy-
out and looks to you and goes,
Gummy bear.
whenever you want to leave the
Booby
horses
gun.
here, just come by and
Dude, sorry.
we'll see to it that you get them.
Great.
I jump again.
Who said what? Who said what? Who?
You all go back to your homes. And unless if there's anything in particular that you need to bring.
I go, and when I open the door, I look at my father going, "How's your arm?"
I'm still a little sore from carrying all the crates yesterday, you know.
Yeah.
I'm
Going up, pack my
Do you
things.
bring anything
Dum dum.
that
I was wondering, maybe we should go back to Zephyrus, see if he had anything instead of a stick of kale.
I mean,
Which I really thought
never
was
know
like,
when it's gonna
end
come
the
in
supply of
handy.
kale. I was very sad about that.
you know, I didn't get to see if he had gotten anything new, but he kind of said to me that he might not have anything useful for us.
Well then.
But we're welcome to keep the stuff that we already have.
I will try and see if I can get a brewer's kit with me this time. I would like to ask my dad if it's possible to.
I thought you'd never ask, son. And he brings you like a small pouch you put on the side of, I mean you can put it in the backpack too, with various, like there's a small pouch of what looks like corn, which you
Grain,
know to
you
be
mean?
grain, yeah, which you know to
Corn.
be from his batch. So it's the pretty much like the family humle yeast recipe
Yeast.
for beer.
Yeah.
So we have 6.
Thank you so
books
much,
now.
Dad. I really appreciate this because I missed our beer for the whole trip, for the whole time we were gone.
Now we just gotta learn how to make it.
Yes, I'll do my best.
Where's your son, brother?
Where's your son, brother?
now. It's so nice.
Where's your son,
Where's your
brother?
brother, son?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, must be so.
He's,
I guess I'm a little hungover too.
hey. I'm glad you admit it. He's probably, I mean, maybe saying goodbye or something. He's probably gonna come by and get his things as well at some point before the day is over. Yeah. Yeah.
And
What am I doing?
that's what I'm asking you.
Well, I am on my way to duties.
You are on your way to Julie's. You come on over.
Bring her.
You, as you knock on the door opens pretty much instantly.
Hi.
Father, Mr. Brom is stood there. Oh, good morning.
His name?
Brom.
Oh, Brom.
B-R-O-M.
Top of the morning to you.
You did learn to make it.
What brings you around?
Well, I just wanted to say goodbye. And also I have a...
Promise me one thing, Gong.
Yeah.
I might be old. I'm not stupid. Treat her well.
I definitely will. And also I have a gift especially for you. I pull out the long sword I took from the statue.
This is a person.
This is a creature.
Takes it and goes, oh.
See, I don't know if it's anything special or... But
No, it's not special at all, don't you worry.
But you know, I took it from a... Well, one of the many
Kind of turns it around.
dangerous foes we faced on our quest.
Oh, I suppose you ain't useless after all.
Why would I be useful? I see. I took that sword from the corpse of this, well, statue beast and thought maybe you would fancy having a look at it. Maybe.
Oh, I thought you said it was a gift.
Oh, it is.
I honor your gift. This comes as a surprise. Judy, Gong is here to see you. Thank you, Gong.
Oh, well, welcome,
Much appreciated.
my father-in-law.
What's that? +3.
And he puts it down next to him, kind of sits down at the table, and just sits and looks at it. Judy?
You know, I own a bar.
Yes, I heard. Multiple times last night.
That's good.
Judy comes down. Oh! Hello, Gong. What are you up to today?
Well, I'm afraid we're heading off.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
You see this green
I
light?
couldn't help but notice last night.
Yeah. Well, now you can say you've been with someone.
It was rather distracting.
Lights off, lights on. Lights off. No.
Oh. I forgot where I was.
Use it wisely. No.
I just removed the sword from my equipment.
What's happening?
Thank you. Okay. Well, at least now you can say you've been with someone who glows in the dark.
You took the armor. I think it's the same creature.
Hello.
Thank you so much for a wonderful night.
I hope it's not the last one.
Hey.
Either.
Hello.
Hey.
But listen, you should come visit me at my bar.
What is it called?
You should know, Wendy. You worked here for 5 years.
Oh, who's Wendy?
Oh, that's one of the barmaids.
Oh.
Yeah. For some reason, she actually got to
Name the bar.
name the bar.
Oh, she must be pretty important then.
Or pretty stupid.
There's also a bar involved.
But
If I
but the bar's great, and I would love to.
I'll do my best to try and make time.
That's good. That's very good.
Bra.
Actually, just for you to have something to remember him by,
Yes.
I pick up my old lute
Yeah.
and I hand it to Judy.
That is far too kind. Thank you so much, Gong. I have something for you too.
Oh, you do?
And
And she punches me in the face.
That's the same Wendy.
last night.
That's the same
It's for owning
she
a bar
comes
for 5
back
years and
with
not mentioning it.
what appears to be a small hammer.
Hey, Jude.
Oh,
It ain't much, but this should help you with, well, maybe not you, but at least in your friends, with their weapons for a while. And she gives you this. It's not bigger than, you know how you have like the kids' hammers? As you take it, you instantly feel that it's magical.
ooh.
And its properties are, again, I haven't given you this, but you can write it down on your own and then I can add it later. That once per day, not per long rest, but once per day,
Summons you.
you can give a weapon +1
For
for 5
plus 3 then.
For 5 attacks.
For 5 attacks.
Yes. And it cannot stack.
Gosh darn it.
Does not
That's what she said.
stack.
And it only has
No.
3 uses.
That's what she said.
Shit.
It only has what?
3 uses.
Ooh, and then
3
it.
uses, but and then
It doesn't have that
Once per
property.
day, 3 times.
oh, okay,
Yes. You
What?
can do that thing 3 times
okay, cool.
In total?
in total.
In total.
So
But
after
only
those
once
3
a day.
times,
It loses its magic
Forever.
properties.
forever.
Then it's just a beautiful hammer.
Beautiful
That's what she
tiny
said.
hammer.
So she's an enchanter.
Oh god, it's
Well-
somewhere.
Judy, that is much too kind.
Yes,
but-
I have been trying fiddling with making items that are more than just steel. And you hear as she says that, Brom in the background goes, "Well, ain't steel enough for you." No, that steel is great as well, but I hope at least this can help you somehow.
You are quite the craftswoman.
Well, I try to be.
I hope to see you in Grimoire.
Yeah. I'll let you know. Because I didn't last night.
3 times, bitch.
She.
I'm so
Once a day,
You
3
walk out.
times.
You walk out.
Being back.
You walk out and head back
Oh, we don't have to find
Tools.
Grom, we just asshole.
to the tavern
Yeah.
where
True
you
colours.
pick up your stuff. Do you have anything to add or?
I do have that stone spear. I also took from that cellar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of putting it in the tree in the middle of the square.
By all means.
Can I do that?
Like stab it into it or to leave it on a branch.
Like, not leave it on a branch, but somehow intertwine it with the wood.
That's more
That is
druidic.
magical doings.
Do I know someone who's magical enough to do that?
And you've seen the druids like kind of mend tree before, yeah?
I go visit the druids.
The druids agree to help you out, but not sure why you would want to have a spear in a tree that you can use.
Something to remember me by.
The platter isn't enough for you.
Here is the gong.
But who was the
Um,
gong? This is the gong.
Yeah.
They
This is
set
the gong.
spear. They set the spear in
But
the
it says
tree
that he's still in there
underneath
somewhere.
the platter that Judy made this morning.
She's been busy.
Oh yeah.
She had a lot of time on her hands.
She also
She was
had other
doing-
things on her hands.
Her exhaustion was other reasons. She
She had a short rest.
She's limping.
You add the spear to the tree underneath the platter that has all your names on it, and you go over towards the town hall, waiting for the guys to arrive, along with Annik.
I just
I already made
fast
it.
by
Yeah.
the druids to ask them if they know anything about the green glow.
And they don't. They again, they've noticed it on you. Didn't think much of it initially, but can only imagine that it has ties to whatever it is that's going on, but can't really come up with anything in particular.
Okay. And then back
Yeah.
and get my.
You all make your way down to the town hall. Get your belongings. Unless if anyone else has any final words they want to say to each other, to the little oak, to the parents.
I go back and say, well, hopefully this won't be as long as the last adventure, but I'll see you.
Hopefully I'll see you soon, son. Your dad says. As you kind of look back to the mom, and she turns around, nods, comes up, hugs you as well. And Grom just is like, I'll see you, Kevin. And they're like,
Dies?
Now he's undead.
and then he was a zombie.
And I hugged it.
You,
Can I just
Someone meant him into the tree.
go to the bar?
yeah,
Is my dad there?
yeah.
I say, hey dad,
Mm-hmm. I thought you were off with the boys.
I am. But I have a bar.
And I have a tenant.
Thank you for everything.
Thank you. I'm proud of you, son.
And I shake his hand.
He just pushes your hand aside and pulls you into a hug. We'll come visit you in Cremor.
Please do.
There better be enough beer for all of us.
There will be. There will be.
He goes back, goes about his business. You leave. All of you come out into the town square. As you kind of come out this time around, people see with the horses being kind of dragged to you and the pony.
I'll call him.
The
Burr.
people of Cremor are kind
I'll
of
call
gathering
Burr.
behind you as well. And as you mount your horses,
Belinda. No, that's my mother, right?
do an animal handling check.
Ready
I
to
just
Only for the pleasure of the DM and the other guys if
Ready to
someone
go?
rolls poorly.
Ready to go, Kevin?
So this is actually my own, very own horse I bought with my very own money.
Yeah.
Man.
And that's a 6. No, that's a 10. I thought it was a -1, it's a +3.
Damn.
What did he roll?
A natural 1.
As you're all mounting
Nine.
your
Nine.
horses, the entire city is stood there waving at you. Seek, you try and get like your hoofs in this little thing, and it's not exactly easy. Last time around you more like did a jump up on the horse. This time around you're, I'll use the whatever
human
saddle thing I'm up this time, and you just can't really get your foot in, so you kind of fall down, but then jump up, and you go. I kind of look at him. Was easy, and the rest of you just look at him like, maybe just jump next time. Yeah. You mount your horses and
Yes.
are off.
Yes.
Yes.
You
Play Bloody Club.
On the
Oh,
way
and
out,
we brought
I
the
just look
coconuts.
back to see if I can see Zephyr.
Yeah.
And just do a big, I'll see you again.
I hope so too.
5 meters apart.
Why the fuck are you yelling, man? As you depart, we fast forward a bit, as we have now been on this trail quite a few times before. As you go past all the locations,
No. It was the
as
song.
you go past all the locations you've seen before, you reach Cremor.
Oh.
And instead of going into the city, you now have the option to circle around it, to just proceed. You know that can't keep us further to the north. Actually, I can show you a map right here, which you would have received as well.
Would it? Would it be easier to sail to Kenlock? Can you do that?
That would not be easy.
Nope, never mind.
You could, but it would not be easier.
That's a big map right there.
You are
Right here.
down here. Little Oak is off this road down here somewhere.
Ah, okay.
And you are going from Cremor north through the Cloud Peaks,
Oh,
past Nashville, up this way, past Bergost,
oh,
Cyclops!
to Cyclops.
Spoiler?
No, that was the monster you've already fought against.
Oh.
And we're too far north.
There. Bergost!
Yes, you go past
Cantalaki.
Bergost, cut off to the left. That is the route which you're
That is the
now
way.
about to undertake.
halfway to Baldur's
Well,
Gate.
wouldn't it be easier to actually sail from Athkatla to...
No. We'll take the scenic route.
Actually, if we just
And as a matter of fact,
we could just fly all the way there.
yeah, you should just have had the eagles.
Fly, you fools!
As a matter of fact,
Why did you turn German?
I don't know.
do you have anything to do in Cremor before you continue forward?
Maybe just get some supplies for the horses.
You would have already gotten them.
Just checking on the bar.
You go to the barn.
There is no bar.
There's no barn. And it's still running.
Seems
That's
to be doing
good.
well.
That's
Used
good.
to be a bar.
Yeah.
I guess we're off then.
You come back out of the city. 10 days go by.
Holy mother.
And in this time, you have all had various chats about this and that and everything.
I'd like to practice some nights or evenings or something. When we stop, I'd like to practice with my sword.
And that's what I was
Um,
getting to. What in
oh.
these 10 days you've been practicing?
Okay.
Have you spent your not travel time doing? You can travel around 8 hours a day without getting exhausted and everything. So you've had some downtime, evenings in your camps and whatnot.
I have really tried to strengthen the relationship to my new pony.
Make an
And-
angle handling check.
Oh, it's a +3.
Yes.
So that's 9.
You're not best friends yet.
No. Well, we're 2 better than when we...
You are. It's slowly improving.
No, it's actually worse because I rolled a 10 before.
In any
well,
case.
yeah. And,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna meditate every day and actually try to be as pure as possible in the body, you know, with the
Make
boiling
a
water
religion
and...
check.
Religion...
10 days.
That's an 11. I'm really midway right now.
That's how
And again, you don't feel like the same way that you felt the connection earlier.
Mm-hmm.
It's still there, but it's
Yeah.
nothing new has really come of it. Sometimes you feel like kind of the shimmer around your hands, around your whole body. Similarly to the times that you've seen Zeke and Bassoon use mage armor, how there's like a small aura kind of appearing around their bodies. You could sometimes feel that too, but it's as if that, whenever you see that, you get excited about it or something, and it takes your focus away from the actual meditation itself, and it fades out. So you've still yet to achieve whatever it
Wholeness.
is that might be.
I spend some of my time thinking about all the times I felt I wasn't strong enough to save my friends, all the times I've come up short, and all the times we've been close to, dying. So I only have like a thought in my head thinking I need to get stronger to be able to protect those I hold dear. So I do spend a large amount of time just practicing my maneuvers, just really getting to be comfortable with the Reacher, because it's such a large weapon. and yeah, so I do spend a lot of time contemplating and training.
Makes sense. Basun?
I would like to gather supplies to recast my fine familiar.
Yeah.
Or my
You would
familiar.
have done that, yeah.
And I would also, because in my inventory I have a scroll of dispel magic,
Yeah.
a 3rd level.
Yeah.
I'd like to add that to my spell book.
Yeah. So the scroll vanishes, and you now have that as a spell you can decide to prepare or not.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also gathering some malt stuff.
Yeah.
I am reading through the books, especially the one with potions.
Yeah.
Just peeking, seeing if I find anything nice, just to make me better know the potions on the herbs and other things.
This book doesn't go too much into detail. It's kind of I guess you can say, more scholared book, taking for granted that the basics of alchemy you would know already. But you're very well aware that should you know you don't have alchemy supply proficiency or anything, right?
No, I don't think so.
So should you learn alchemy with what knowledge you already have, like what you remember from this book, you'd be able to add quite a bit to your collection.
Nice. Awesome.
Or at least know how to do certain
things. And reading through the books, speaking, contemplating everything that happened and is going to happen, and maybe trying to commune with. Did I ever get the name of the goddess?
No.
Try to commune, doing like same sort of kind of meditation.
Yeah.
And
maybe you're sat down together every now and again, kind of not holding hands, but
like
just apart from one another, but
working out together.
This is the meditation camp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You and I better.
I would
like to jump higher.
It's as if the connection that you had the few times that you had face to face with this Fae being, you can't re-establish. Whenever you meditate, whenever you think for longer periods of time of how things are, what's going on, all you end up feeling is discomfort.
Okay.
As if places that you used to be able to go mentally to find joy, to find find a safe space, it doesn't give you the same comfort anymore. It doesn't scare you per se, but it just doesn't feel right. I mean, thinking back at what the druids taught you as well, with how the connections seem to be severed in one way or another. Of course, you have that kind of looming in the back of your head as well. But clearly, I mean, what you can kind of connect, or what dot you can connect with this, is that what was easy in the past in terms of trying to get to this safe space has now become incredibly hard, if not impossible.
Okay. And then I was thinking about going into a warhorse with polymorph and speaking.
I think we have to talk a little on how this polymorph thing works. Not now.
No, but turn myself into a horse and speak with horses. Like I've seen the druids do, like become animals, and then turning into them and speaking to them, how they're feeling, and actually just conversing a bit.
So weather's been a bit tougher.
So why do you not like Kemet?
You've done that. Okay, yeah, I'll keep that in mind. I can't.
No.
They haven't been all that. Maybe they haven't been conversational, but
simplistic.
Just actually,
small talk with the horse. questions. Gone?
Imposter.
I will be using my travels on. I will try to think about what Mask said to me in that vision, dream thing.
When you think of what he said, does those things, like, do you feel in agreement with what he said? Or is it something like what does it make you feel when you think of what he said?
Confusion, most of all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I want to meditate on if I should be scared or should be worried.
As you sit and think these things over, of course keeping in mind both what Kevin has said and what I think a bit of the rest of the crew has mentioned as well, how, again, deities, unless if you've done them a great favor, tend to not just give people things. You know that something special has happened in order for you to be given a bar. But don't, as if every time try and think whether it's something to be scared of, or you kind of wave the thought off with I got a freaking bar. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? Kind of end up finding yourself satisfied with what you've been given. So your mind never really, it's as if your mind is never really allowed to go to a place of where you're like actually questioning it. It always very quickly ends with but I got a bar. I mean, how else could you, like, with what you've done is do the math, or try to at least, of what you would have had to do in order to acquire a bar in another way. And that's how your conclusion usually ends up becoming, I got a bar.
I got a bar. Great. And also I would like to still have that mysterious key that I'd like to investigate. See if it's still active and if it's...
It's a magical key. Which key are we talking about? The one for the sewer?
Yeah.
Yeah. The key seems ordinary. In the same way that it seemed ordinary when you first found it. It still has the symbols of both the shadow thieves and the cry trappers within the head of the key itself. But just like before, it seemed pretty ordinary until it was put in contact with some of the things that it unlocked. So there don't seem to be anything different about it.
Alright.
Did you have the things for the wand and the ring? No.
Because it was a very busy week
Yes.
for me this week.
Yes.
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 And the worst thing is I wrote them down, but it's on this computer, and now we can't. It's you'll get it.
Yes.
You continue forward as you come through Barracos. You get a few more supplies. It's a small city, bigger than obviously bigger than Little Oak, but not too big a city. Any of you that has ever played Baldur's Gate 1 have probably been there. If you play
Is it the
Baldur's
barn
Gate
that you
1, you
start
can
in?
go there. You don't start in a barn.
Well, that's 2 then. There's a Baldur's Gate where you start in the barn.
There's one where you start
In a bar.
in Candlekeep, and there's one where you start in a prison, and there's one where you start on a ship.
Yeah.
So no.
In any case,
No.
maybe you start in a barn in Candlekeep. That I actually don't know.
Could be.
In any case,
Must be.
In any case, you continue forward, and within another day or two, as you make your way out west towards the shores, towards the coast, you see before you massive spires, or a massive spire, I should say. A massive ring wall around what appears to be a coastal fortress. And I can find you.
Ooh.
Oh
this
my
image
goodness.
Of
No,
I put the wrong button. Where's there?
There it is.
Candlekeep.
Sorry. Of Candle.
Great library.
You make your way.
Because of that up there.
I'll turn it around halfway through the conversation. You make your way
Dun, dun,
to the
not
gates of
confusing at all.
Candlekeep,
Wow.
where towards Cremor, all you saw was carts, travelers, families, and whatnot. Pretty much all you see in your passage to Candlekeep are scholars, sages, clerics, priests, learned people, so to speak, making their way to Candlekeep. You pretty much don't meet a single person coming from Candlekeep. If anyone,
It's a cult.
then maybe one or two. And that's people with either frustration in their eyes, or sadness in their eyes, and the ones that you've come past that you've struck up short conversation with have been frustrated and sad and angry that they've traveled so far to then not be granted access to the libraries.
Well,
Talking about how the books they've brought were oh so fancy and were like they spent big money on them, and yet either they already had a copy or the books weren't considered fit for the collections.
oh dear.
You make your way after a half day traveling out on this peninsula to a massive gate. A massive gate where, as you stood down front, it's as if not only the wall itself, which is about 10-15 meters tall, but above there you see what appears to be like a blue dome of sorts, kind of over the entire place. And out front stands two scholars looking at people who are waiting in line, a line which you join. And what they do is that once they're presented with a book, they hold their hand on it. You see how their eyes go bright blue. And very quickly after, they open their hands again. And either they pass the book on to the person next to them, the other scholar, or they give the book back to the people that gave it to them in the first place. You're stood out front. You see maybe 50 people in front of you in this line, 40 some of which are given the books back.
Damn.
And maybe 10 or so, like a fifth of them, being granted access to the keep. You see one who is not granted access, but tries to run in through the gate anyway. And while you don't see where it comes from, you just see how he starts levitating and is put back where he started. No harm is done to him, but he's just put back again. And as he turns around, he just stands there crying, as this has been his life goal to get in. And he had spent everything he had trying to get access, and now he can't get it.
That's
just
just horrible.
Come on.
Brutal.
That's just horrible.
Let's just agree on something.
Yeah.
If there's one of these books that can grant access, it will be Bosun going in.
Of course.
How do we know?
We don't know.
Not until they.
But,
So
if,
we offer
We can
them.
only hope, but as a last resort, that's...
but look, if there's only, like if there's one of the books that don't grant access, I probably shouldn't be the one going in compared to you guys.
I'd much rather stay out here and you find out as well. Just as long as
Although
we
we
get
need-
this glow out.
Sure, of course.
Or else
course.
You follow the line as you told, and now
As we
there's
stand in line, I would like to like spot the other people in the queues. Their books. Try to
everything from small diaries, seemingly just handwritten notes in them. Everything would be a bit, but small, just like scribbles. Some come with not books, but like big scrolls. Some with, again, like thick tomes of whichever information. Literally every kind of book you could ever imagine is being brought forward. And there don't seem to be any system. It's not like they're taking all the pretty books or all the old books. It's people are stood on the side. Some kids are stood there making wagers, making bets on whether a book is going to be approved or not. Because it really is impossible to tell. There are books that you hear mentioned, which you think this is definitely going to get this guy in, and yet they're declined access. And then there are other books where you go, that's just some random guy's diary, where they're let in. And the guys stood out front, never say a word to the people with the books. They just stand there, get the book, put their hand on it, and make the decision.
It's really tragic for those people who really want to get in.
What do they look like? The people that
It's
check the
white
books?
cloaked people with blue hoods. You can see their faces and everything. One is a human, one is an elf. The human has a long beard going down. They're both seemingly older. Seem like scholars, not buff, built in any way, shape or form. Just could be any other nun you've seen, but something tells you that it might just not be any ordinary nun still there.
Female.
One female, one male. The elf is female.
I hope this works.
Me too.
Should we get
course
like a
it will
book each, or
So who
think we
takes
should-
which books?
I think we'll just go up and know that if there's one or two, we will choose among who does it. I think we can do it as a bulk.
Hopefully.
maybe we can
From
try?
what you've seen so far, everyone has come up one by one.
Which book do you want to go with?
Might go with the last one.
1,001 ways to kill yourself.
1001 ways to kill yourself.
Necron
Necron never die.
That's a good idea.
As you make your way to the front of the line.
No.
No, when he
no.
No, you can just come up.
I'll take the porn.
I'll take the flower. No, I don't take the flower book. Well, did you take the potion thing?
Yeah, I think I'm feeling the living with the mermaid, or sometimes good, sometimes bad potions.
I think when you
I think I would like the novel.
The mermaid?
Mermaid novel.
I'll do the flowers of Prescal.
Then
I don't know anything
I'll take
about
the
this.
erotica.
Feeling the burner hands.
I wonder if it has like pictures.
Kevin
Yes.
is the first to walk up. You pass the book.
Hello, hello.
He takes it, puts his hand on it. You hear like a small sound as his eyes go blue,
It's blue double D.
and he passes the book on.
I'm looking back.
And
See you in there.
you walk in. I should mention that the main gate is closed, but there's like a small door within the gate itself. And Kevin walks in.
Can't be too careful.
Then you
Right, I go forward.
But soon you go up and give them the book.
Yes.
They put their hand on it.
I'm so pleased.
And you're allowed in?
Look back at the others. Hopefully see you inside.
Let's find a tavern.
Good luck with that.
I'll go next.
Book cafe.
Book cafe.
Zeke, you come up, give him the book.
Bossing
Eyes
over
go
jazz.
blue. And you're let in.
See you in there.
You wanna go first, Gonk?
After you.
Are you sure?
No.
Okay. Okay. Here you are. Wink. Why I said wink? I mean, just here you go.
Holds his hand on
It's
it.
not my brother. It's not my brother. I don't know him. I don't know him.
We don't want this book.
You what?
Let's try.
Oh! Oh my god. They must have like a whole section. See you inside, Gonk. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Gone. Last one stood up. Comes up. Gives him the book. And you're let in.
I love this world.
Thank God for the mayor of Cremor, man.
You're all
It's actually very stressful. I don't know why.
you're all let in.
That would be the most.
Any remarks from the people behind in the queue? Like,
What the hell? They're not scholars. What are they
They
doing
don't
here?
necessarily know that you're a group. But no. There isn't any cheering or chanting. This is more of, again, your average crowd here is more of a...
Nice.
any tieflings?
So no one was like,
You'd see...
is that the man, the halfling?
Probably, I mean, for the first time in a very long time, or maybe ever, see a variety of races here beyond maybe even your imagination. I mean, Cremor gave you some variety of races, but here you see, especially once you make your way past the main gate, you see pretty much everything from, I mean, tabaxis to owlins to literally all kinds of creatures.
People.
What is that?
Centaurs?
No idea.
Have yet
Don't
to
look
see
at it
anything.
like that.
What?
You don't look at. Sorry.
Centaurs.
Yeah, satyrs. Do we see any of those?
You have yet to see satyrs.
Satyrs.
What did he?
You make your way in,
Did he just turn his head 180 degrees?
and as you make your way, you see that there's a lot of people stood kind of off to one side, clearly getting lectures from some person. And as you stood there overlooking, I saw that. As you stood there overlooking for a where's my mouse? It's up there. For a brief moment, a scholar comes down to you. You don't need the map, it's alright.
Oh.
A scholar comes down to you. And to you.
Amazing.
Yes, I knew this day would come eventually.
Sorry. What
do you mean?
What? Hi?
She awaits you.
All right.
And
she?
starts walking.
Savicus?
Are we just
I follow him.
follow?
Yes, sure.
Oh yeah, of course.
And you kind of speed up a little bit. This elderly human male walks forward. After a little while, makes his way into a really
Oh, that's a beautiful map.
makes his way past the second gate into what appears to be a massive garden. You see that in the front of the garden there's a massive set of stairs leading up to a small sign says is the Great Library. As you make your way up, the doors are opened. And you come inside. You see a hall, and you see books everywhere. Books, scrolls, tomes everywhere you can see. There are books floating from place to place. There are various winged creatures flying around on some of the top shelves, picking books up, bringing them elsewhere.
Holy shit.
And this
Indeed.
old man kind of just looks at the rest of you. She is waiting for you and keeps walking. You make your way off to one of the sides and start walking up a spiral staircase. A staircase which, for the most part, seems to never really end. At least, some of you, after a short while, start feeling a bit of a thigh burn with the amount of stairs you're walking up. With every other set of stairs you come up, or level of stairs, you see out the window how you get further and further above the gardens outside. You can see out over the wall. You can see the coast, the ocean, and how there's nothing on the horizon. And you keep walking and walking up until you reach a door where this old man stops, knocks twice, looks at the rest of you. She'll take you from here and vanishes.
What is this place?
He's got some strong cardio for an old man, you know?
You hear
True.
on the inside a variety of not really bubbling sounds, but the sounds of magic, of different things floating around, of like zoom, zoom, zoom. Various things, various sounds kind of just overflowing one another. And the door is open from the inside, and you stood face to face with
An owlbear. Roll initiative.
This isn't any owlbear. It's a magical one.
It's
It can talk.
hello,
Hello.
Key point.
and you still have
It's a disappointing owlbear.
Disappointed.
There.
You stood face to face with
I knew this day
a
would come.
tiefling.
Oh,
Oh my.
Oh, we turn this image? No.
she's
But I can do this.
beautiful.
Can I do this? I can't turn it. Oh well, never mind.
Oh.
You stood face to face with a lady who currently is not doing what she's doing in the image, but a lady in a long robe who looks to all of you. I'm glad to see you found your way home, son.
Son?
Well, don't be too surprised. I'm sure Sefer told you a thing or two, or maybe he wasn't smart enough to find out.
Well, he didn't have any idea that.
Get in now, everyone. We have
Alright.
things to talk about.
Yes, I go in.
You all come in. You enter this place with various wooden boxes, various chests, which seemingly have no locks or openings on them, as if just a grand library of puzzles of all kind.
Puzzles.
That's the puzzle.
She turns to all of you. I suppose you do have quite a few questions, some maybe more than others.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I think Basun should go first.
Yes. And I will gladly hear all your questions, but first the more important matter. You all...
We have this condition.
Yes, I know. And she kind of, as Kevin is the one standing close, she just kind of grabs his arm, looking at it. It is worse than I imagined, after all.
Worse?
So not
what
necessarily
is
for
it?
you. Do you know of the realms?
A bit.
No.
I've heard it
No.
mentioned, I guess, but no
What?
more than that.
I've been trained
Realms
by
of-
druids and they spoke especially about...
So you know that there are, in fact, realms. At least I shouldn't have to be the one to explain this to you. But
Other places.
in any case,
That place you were.
the world is in trouble, or at least parts of it is.
We've had visions, some of us.
We seem to have lost the connection to the Feywild. Or at least we can't hear from there, can't access it, and no one from there can come to us. I have a great many friends from Feywild, people that I've worked with in the past, people who I know are experts, as myself, on everything that is planar. The issue here is that I can't get in touch with any of them. I've heard of conditions, as you called it, similar to what you're suffering from, none of which has proven to be the types of conditions that I was looking for. What yours might just be. Stay here for a second. And she turns around and down flies like a small needle. And then she has your hand, just kind of taps it. This should be enough. Yes, this should be enough.
Enough for what?
I will allow for the group of you to stay in my studies, to visit the libraries. By all means, please do stick together. It's not exactly a place for... Well, just be careful.
Are we in any danger?
Not per se. Not you as individuals, no.
Can you stop us from glowing?
That is what I'm trying to find out. But even better, it might actually come in quite useful. And you can see as
Demon
she's
lady
kind of
what?
stood here, not looking towards any of you, just staring into the air. It's as if her eyes keep flickering. As if she's seeing... when you saw that blue glare, a glance that was there in the eyes for a while of the guy, she's like... just constant color changes in her eyes as she stood there talking to you. It might just be what I've been looking for.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I am feeling a bit weird about you having not seen your son for his entire life, and knowledge is more important.
Family matters are important, yes, no doubt about it, and we'll get to it by soon, don't you worry about that. But again, there are more important matters at hand.
Of course.
As much as I would love to sit and dwell for years and years on end about how me and my son haven't been together, my job, which right now concerns saving, well, all of us, is more important. I hope my son will understand.
I understand, and thank you for...
What were you saying?
Thank you, C.
Well, nothing. Nothing, lady. Nothing.
Again, give me a couple of hours. Walk the halls of the library.
Alright.
If anything's interesting to you, by all means, give it a look. Nothing is to be kept. But after all, you have been given access here. So you have just as much right to read the books as anyone else. But be careful. There are certain books which...
Who?
Well, which are easier to read than others.
Can be quite captivating, maybe.
And that's saying something.
Thank you. We'll
I'll get
be
to
back
all of
later.
you later.
Nice, of course.
Head downstairs one floor. There should be enough books to stop by there.
Okay.
Well, by all means,
And as
my lady.
again, I mean, this entire period as she's been talking, eyes have kind of been flickering, and As you're about to leave, she just goes, "Don't worry, Basun. We'll have a conversation.
Good.
This is more important."
I understand.
And she stood there with the needle in hand with the drop of blood. You can see how the blood, as you leave, kind of goes from being, well, red to have a small green glow as well. As she kind of takes her hand up and starts doing different things with it. And you leave the room.
That's your mother?
What is going on here?
I guess so.
She seems powerful.
Very. Very impressive.
Have her horns.
Yeah, you're right. They were actually the same.
And her taint.
Like,
Yes, the color.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's go down. Let's
Let's look at some books.
let's check this place out.
this is crazy.
Yeah.
So your
Alright.
mother is one of the most powerful wizards in the witches. Wizard?
With
Sorcerers.
In the world.
Magic people.
We'll have to
Magic
figure out. Yeah,
Tieflings. Magic
Tieflings.
beings.
we'll have to figure that out. I have no idea what kind of.
She just.
I guess
she-
she's a wizard like me.
Yeah. It was like so nonchalant with the way she just said like son to you.
That
It was like
like she
it wasn't even a.
like there was some sort of plan with everything. It's,
She seems familiar.
It's like
like she'd seen you.
and that she thought that Sepha would have
no.
figured it out.
Yeah.
Maybe she has been watching you in some way.
Well.
Maybe he did tell me he had a feeling of being watched. While I tell the rest of you of the story that
Yeah.
how he found me, how he was given me
Huh.
to me by a poor woman.
Wow.
Yes,
But-
so
But
perhaps that was
why?
her. Well, hopefully the chat I'm gonna have with her is gonna
Of course.
reveal some sort of
Yeah.
reason, because
So many. Of course. Yeah,
it's
that makes sense.
overwhelming right now. I think looking at some books and
Get some knowledge.
maybe finding some knowledge, some more knowledge about
Let's do it.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
maybe that helps.
could take my mind off this crazy day.
Yes.
As you make your way back down the stairs, you make your way back to the hall. The walk downstairs feels weirdly enough longer than the walk upstairs, despite the fact that it should be easier headed downstairs than up.
Didn't we just go down one floor?
We're doing that now.
Yes.
Oh.
You're not down to the.
It's
Oh,
it's
you're
the
right.
longest
You're right.
one
It
floor.
does feel like a long walk anyway. Maybe not as
We
long as all
went
the way
down one floor too much.
In any case,
I get
It's the library and
I
the.
get back up again.
you make your way in
Yeah.
to a yet another library. A library that even just this random floor that you entered, or seemingly random, already here appears bigger than anything you saw in Cremor.
Wow.
Did we bring our horses?
I
Into
guess
the
they're
stable.
stables.
You rode them up the stairs. It was very awkward.
That's why it took a while.
They would have been given. at
When we
the-
entered the courtyard, probably. or something.
Oh,
So,
there are beams in the
this place
ceiling.
is really vast.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Maybe if there's something special we need to ask, we can maybe ask one of the. We need to find out. We can ask someone.
How do we
Scholar.
find what we need to read?
Well, we could try to
Do I
maybe
read?
ask about the green magic and the dark voice. Mazarath, yes.
Mazarath, yeah.
Mazarath.
And also, I would like to find some information about the goddess from the Feywild and try to see if I can find some descriptions.
You
or
should do
something.
that.
Yeah, that's a
So
good
maybe
idea.
we should find a section for gods, deities,
Yeah, deities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, deities.
The Fae.
Yeah.
fairies.
As you
Hades?
start headed down the hall of the library that you're in, you see a scholar in the middle of seemingly without any issue putting up books regardless of their size and weight. He just kind of waves and they fly up into the shelves they're supposed to go into.
Sorry, sir. We may be in a bit of resistance. We are searching for books regarding mostly deities from the Feywild.
You're met by, again, the first real, not confrontation, but conversation you've ever had with an owlin. Woohoo! Woohoo! And he flies off. No, stood there.
What does he do?
By all means, sir, what can I do for you?
We are looking for books regarding deities of the Feywild, especially.
It would have to be way more specific than that.
Well,
We know it's a being with wings, looking somewhat like
A fairy?
fairy kind of thing.
fairy-like.
You want a book about fairies?
Of
A
the
goddess.
god of the Feywild, probably.
We've got a whole library just books on the gods of the Feywild.
Oh.
But do you have like a lexicon?
An encyclopedia.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you don't know the gods already, I'm sure that I can find you a book that will introduce you to them.
Maybe that could be a place to start.
Do you have anything on Maseroth?
could be a who?
Maseroth?
It's supposed to be a dark being
You
of
see how his eyes just kind of go blue?
green magic.
Big
Something
Brother's
about
watching.
sleep.
No, I can't say that's a name I've ever heard before.
What?
Maseroth, a big shadowy being, fighting the
Using sleep magic, green.
green sleep magic, maybe from the Feywild. Okay.
Any enemies? Books on enemies of the Feywild?
I mean, all deities have their enemies, don't they?
Well, at least in the direction of some sort of encyclopedia kind of thing about the gods of the Feywild. A fairy. Yeah. That's all we got.
Again, I'll gladly grant you access to books on the Feywild if that's what you will for.
A DM question. Would I be doing the description? I don't remember it at the moment.
No.
Would I be able to tell him some?
Yes.
Okay. Then I do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Of what the being looks
Yes.
like. Yes. Well, of what were you saying? I think I have the book for you. And his eyes go blue again as he kind of puts out his hand, and you see a book appear in his hand.
That's perfect.
This should do it.
Perfect.
Can you pass you a book?
Seek, do you think maybe if we show him Masala's notebook and maybe the ring that it could help him, like
Sure.
maybe some information that could lead
Any
to
personal belongings are not for me to.
No, it's more. There's a bit of magic in this book. It's a notebook from a dark wizard.
Is it a book that's been given at your entry?
No.
Yeah.
Then keep it to yourself.
Alright. Well, I just kind
Maybe
of
to
look
your
through
mother,
the
at least.
through the notebook and see if there are any kind of information in it that we could use to kind of narrow in on
Yeah.
the dark creature.
Maybe we can give it to your mother and she can. act
The
on
book
it.
that you were given, or the book from her.
Yeah.
Oh wait, you're looking at the book that Seek got.
No, no,
yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
Yeah,
because
he
the
has-
other one is empty. or
He has
there's
Masala's
nothing in it.
Masala's notebook.
now I have the dark
Yes,
book.
but I'm
It-
looking
it-
in your
yes,
inventory
yes,
and you
and
have
then this
Masala's
one.
notebook.
Yes,
Yeah.
I was holding two
But
books.
that's what I'm saying.
This is
That's
the
what
one
I'm
I want.
saying.
Why are you holding
Masala's-
everything?
Masala's notebook, as you when you received it,
Yeah.
was seemingly empty.
Oh,
That was
okay.
the
I
we found
forgot.
There
out it was
was-
something about that you
it
could
was the
write
hidden
something.
message.
Ah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Excuse me. Do you have any restrooms here in the library? because I really need to.
By all means.
Thank you. Where to go?
Out and to the left, 5 holes down,
Thank
and
you.
then to the right.
Ready, go?
Yes, crawl. You worm.
Do you have
I'll start. I'll find the table
Yeah.
and start reading and trying to find out.
As you go to sit down, Basun,
Mm-hmm.
you notice a book on the shelf kind of behind where all of you are standing
Hmm?
that has kind of a flickering blue glow to it.
All right. I ask the scholar.
Mm-hmm.
This book right here. Do you know what it contains?
I can't say that I do, but yeah, they do seem to be doing that sometimes. Some of the books, anyway.
Do you mind if I take a look at it?
You're here on the same rights as everyone else.
All right.
How does he get the book down? He just can.
He pretty much. It's not even mage hand. It's just moving, and he just flies it down into your hand.
Okay, I sit over next to Seek and I open the book.
As you open the book, Basun, the first page is blank. Second page, as you turn it over, says, "Our story starts during the time leading up to the winter solstice on the final night of Uktar in the year 374 DR. A nearly full moon rises behind wispy clouds as a star-speckled sky darkens against the fading horizon. It seems silent and still here in the heart of the forest, but to anyone who knows the forest well, that silence can be misleading. If you're ready to proceed reading, by all means turn the page."
Turn the page.
As you turn the page, you see how this glow that was there before starts glowing brighter. And it's as if your vision starts, what do you say? Started kind of being pulled out from you. And what the rest of you see is how Basun's, I don't want to say like narrow nose, but as if his face is starting to get sucked out in front of him. And as soon as that motion starts, the rest of you start feeling a force pulling you towards this book as well.
This is Pyrrhus.
And within a couple of seconds, you all sucked in to this book.
So nobody tell Marcus. And we just at the library.
He's in the bathroom.
He's in the bathroom.
Oh yeah, he's
Down's in the
restroom.
bathroom.
He would be with you.
Well,
But he doesn't know yet. What? Hi guys.
As a matter of
How
fact,
much-
you know what?
how
He's
much-
not with you.
How much of him is with us?
get it.
Min hætte sidder fast i kameraet.
Dominic, as you
Come back. Maybe you should
As
put
you
on the
make your
microphone
way-
first.
Out of the restroom.
but he's still arriving here.
And it's really narrow restrooms you have to
They're not built for half-orcs. They're not built for half-orcs with chainmails on.
people with my
You
size.
shouldn't bring your sword to the bathroom. As you come back up from the restroom, you see that the hall, the table that Zeke and Basun and everyone else was sat at before,
Yeah.
is empty. That the
What?
Owlin who was here before is no longer here, and that there's a book lying open on the table.
Hello?
Oh.
What it? What it? Guys?
You
What?
see a book
Yeah.
lying on the table.
Yeah.
And it has kind of a green, like a blue glow to it. And at the bottom of the page, it just says, "When you're ready to proceed, turn the page."
When I'm what? I turn the page.
And as you turn the page, you as well feel how your face just starts getting sucked into this.
What's
And a second later,
know anything
You're
about the Chamber of Secrets?
Yes.
I love the hobbit.
You
Bilbo Baggins.
Like Harry Potter.
you all wake up
Around the fire.
Oh!
around the fire
No!
in a forest.
Fuck off. Do we see
In a
it?
small cave.
Middle of the night.
You see that before you is a forest. And it's as if the time of day is just before the sun sets. So the sky is
Blood red.
red, dark purple, beautiful colors.
Oh, hi, Tom.
What happened?
Tom appears next to the rest of you.
What the? Oh.
What?
Nice of
What
you to show
happened?
up.
He opened the book.
You didn't
sorry.
what? Where's the bird guy?
Is
What
he in
happened?
here?
Tall trees of several varieties stretch before you as far as the eye can see.
What did you do?
I just had a feeling about a book that was shining like blue, and I asked the scholar there if there was anything about this book, and he didn't seem to say anything. So I just took it over, and I start to read a description that kind of matches the place and time that we're in now, and then it said turn the page.
Do you think you were meant to take that book? That you were drawn to it somehow?
I have no idea, but this is really weird.
So
Maybe if you find a book and turn a page, then maybe we'll come back, right?
Are we inside
Let's
the
start
book?
looking for books.
As you are in a stone cave.
Yes, I start looking for books.
You don't see any.
Maybe we need.
As you
I jump.
make
look-
your way out of the cave mouth, it's not a big space. You see that behind you is a big mountain peak. And the moon starts rising, but surprisingly faster than it normally would.
Maybe we need to live the book, the story that's in it.
Well,
But
what
I don't
story
know
was
the
this?
sto- What? I just turned the page, and
You don't
and
read
then
What was it called?
Are we in a fairy tale right now?
What
Maybe.
was
What
it
was
called?
it called?
why
I
is the
didn't
moon
see any
so
name
fast?
on the book.
Oh, well, what did it say?
Well, I tell him the whole beginning of the story.
I'll read it again. Our story starts during the time leading up to the winter solstice on the final night of Uktar in the year 374.
Do we know Uktar?
Nope.
What year are we in now?
Yes. And probably 1100 years later.
So that's
A nearly
A lot.
full moon rises behind wispy clouds as a star-speckled sky darkens against the fading horizon. It seems silent and still here in the heart of the forest. But anyone who knows this forest well knows that the silence can be misleading.
so we're at the heart of a forest.
You see
Maybe we
again before you or in front of you this big forest
Yeah.
going as far
Out
as
of-
the eye can see.
Out of the cave.
Yes.
Maybe if we go up the mountain, we can see where we have to go.
Yeah.
Wait, Dom, did you say that you asked for the outline? Was it gone?
Yeah. Yeah, he wasn't at the He wasn't at the with the table where we all were.
wasn't
with
there.
him. With him. No, he was gone.
So is he around?
Well, I don't
He's
know.
not
I
here.
figured maybe that he went with you.
He's not here.
No.
With who?
Okay, so looking at the
Oh,
cave, do I
Robin
see
Hood.
like a path through the woods?
As you look towards the forest, you see a small dirt path leading into the forest.
Do we see other paths or just that one? And it's leading out the cave, up
into
to the mountain.
forest. It's
Are
leading
there
from
any
you're in the
paths?
bottom of the mountain. It leads from the mountain into the forest.
and then towards the mountain.
The mountain
that's
is behind you,
Yeah.
the other direction.
Are there any paths leading towards the top peak of the mountain? Okay.
Then that's
And is it climbable? That
It
mountain?
would take you a long time,
Okay.
but
Is the
seems
stone work?
climbable.
maybe
Oh, the
just
stone cutting. Yeah, that's a cool.
As
idea.
you make your way, or
Trust
try
us,
to
huh?
make your way over towards
I've never seen
the
stones
start
like this.
of the mountain, it's as if
Invisible wall.
a
Oh
blue
my God.
force is preventing you from making your way in that
we have
direction.
to live the story.
Do we hear drums?
In the
And no zombies either.
I would like to see if is this a natural cave or is it something that someone
Seems natural.
Let's
I think we need to follow the trail,
follow
guys.
the
one
path,
way.
Yeah.
follow the story.
We
We need to
There's
get
one
back.
way
Yes.
forward.
But remember
To end
that
the
thing
story.
with the silence being
This is way.
Yeah, so,
Misleading,
so be
yeah.
aware.
Beware when it's silent.
Okay. This is way too real.
Have an extra eye.
You
We start walking.
make your way into the forest. Again, a big variety of trees that none of you remember having ever seen before present themselves in front of you.
This is weird.
After a minute or two of walking, you hear voices ahead of you.
We listen.
We
Can we
stop
hear
and
what they're
listen.
To the majority of you, it sounds like gibberish. Beautiful gibberish at that, but gibberish nonetheless. Seek.
Yeah.
You understand it as being Sylvan.
It's Sylvan.
Is it Sylvan?
Do you understand
I
what they're saying?
can't.
I can understand it.
How long do we have?
I-
Can I, as a ritual cast, comprehend languages?
I understand it.
It takes 10
And I
minutes.
speak it.
But
And-
I want to be part of it.
I would like to ask a question.
Yes.
Do I recognize the language?
Yes. You recognize it as the same language you heard in your dream.
This sounds exactly like the elf people in my when I was in like another place, in another time.
When you were drowning?
Yeah.
As you push a couple of bushes aside, you see what appears to be 3 naked satyrs. Kind of jumping around, seemingly extremely intoxicated. All men jumping around, singing and dancing, and just having a good time.
You understand the language?
They sway back and forth, and one of them looked to you. You're a satyr too!
Yes?
And then the rest of them kind of jump up, and when they see the rest of you, they go, "You're not alone."
No. These are my friends.
What's going on?
What?
I don't understand.
I'm Tragus.
Hello, trackers.
This is Artilio.
Artilio.
This is Funagi.
Funagi. Fuck.
Funagi? Funagi.
Well, we were out here for a bit, just to have a good time, but then a swarm of wild
Funagi.
ravens started diving down at us, and well, we're in no state to take a fight, so could you maybe help us get home?
Sure.
Maybe your friends could help us as well.
What is he saying?
He's telling us their names. His name is Trackers, Beluga, and
Beluga?
I don't remember.
Beluga.
Funagi.
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 It's an accent thing. I have to. No.
Funagi.
Funagi, Trackers, and what was the last name again?
Tracos,
Trigos.
Artilio,
Artilio.
and Funagi.
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 Traco.
And they
Trigos.
were attacked by a bunch of ravens, and they need us to escort them home.
Well,
Ravens.
but they're naked.
They're not naked. They're satyrs.
The naked satyrs. You're not that. You're never that naked. Well, not never, but you know, you're not usually.
Well, as long as it's not a problem, and again he continues talking in Sylvan, we want to go back to the Polvath Plateau.
Polvath Plateau.
At least there we'll be safe, and we can continue our party.
Of course. Sure. Of course, yeah. I give the information to you.
Alright.
Do you by any chance speak common?
What?
Speak common? Like,
Feel
no.
pretty common with you, right?
Other languages.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Of course, we're ready to help you in any way we
Ask
can.
them if they speak any other languages.
I just. Oh, do you speak any other languages than Sylvan?
I've never had the need to.
Okay.
I suppose maybe. And he starts. Do any of you understand Elvish?
Nah.
To the rest of you, he starts talking. Well, you wouldn't have known the context of this, but he continues talking similarly to what he did before.
I speak Elvish.
You do? Well, then you understand.
That makes sense because your father.
Common, Elvish, Infernal, and
Then you
Undercommon.
would understand that he literally just goes from gibberish to.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose we can just speak this language instead if that helps anyone.
I understand that.
Yeah.
Do you understand
I understand as
You
well.
speak Elvish.
Speaking Elvish.
That sounds like Finnish to me.
It's beautiful,
Of
but
It sounds like a song, right?
yeah.
Well, my God, this reminds me.
So it's no big issue to any of you.
No.
We can get going.
Of course.
Of course.
Yes. Let's do
Yes. Now you're speaking my language.
Idiot.
it. He likes chicken. Yes.
Oh, don't be all.
Is there anything we need to just the ravens? Anything other dangerous beings?
Well, yes, the ravens and the thunder.
The thunder.
Thunder.
Well, there were some tribesfolk in the area a while back. What else?
Please inform us if we run into anything, and you maybe can be
They
there.
did not like animals.
No.
The tribesfolk.
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 Folk.
Humans?
No.
No? Well then, yeah. Let's trek on.
Yes.
You
Show us the way.
start walking with these three incredibly drunk satyrs. As you make your way towards this Polvarth plateau, you're informed that over the past week, several cracks of thunder has been heard. And they've been heard even when the sky, like now, has seemed not exactly in stormy conditions. At night, whenever you can see through the trees, I should add that this is a very thick forest, and all you can really pass your way through right now is the path that you're on. Whenever the sky and like the tree line is clear enough that you can see out, occasional bolts of red lightning has been seen as well.
I tell you that.
Red lighting.
And again, they tell you that these tribesfolk who are foreign to the area have been seen wandering the forest and killing various animals.
We should stop that.
Killing animals. No. That's not gonna.
How far is this
Stand?
plateau that we're going to?
How far is it?
It should be more than a half day's walk.
A half day's walk.
Okay. Let's go.
Hopefully, the time in here is not the same as out there.
Oh, that would be great.
That depends how fast you read.
I guess.
Yeah. This is why I don't read books. It's way too immersive for me.
I never get out again.
Sucked in. It's not right.
As you continue walking, it's as if the moon never really changes its location. It stays kind of right on the cusp of rising.
Because I read slow.
You make your way up a hillside, and as you again kind of make your way through a set of branches, you arrive at what appears to be a big kind of plain surface. Before you stands a maple tree, about 100 meters tall.
That's a big maple tree.
It's a lot of syrup.
And you see that overhead, shafts of light kind of cut through the leaves from up above and reflect off thin streams of water that kind of trickle alongside the
What is this tree?
area. As you approach the trunk of the tree, the satyrs, kind of, what do you call it?
Saunter up.
jump ahead of you or run ahead of you.
Sober up.
And you see one of them who had a bottle of wine going like this, like very discreetly, trying to hide it behind himself. They go, "Thank you for bringing us home."
Oh.
We're here.
And suddenly, you see how, as if the leaves in the tree start moving and kind of the branches start making cracking noises, and a face appears.
Oh.
Within the tree. And then it looks to you.
Pardon my rudeness for being asleep. It's been a long time since I've seen travelers like you in these parts.
You see how these satyrs kind of look, bow to the tree. Thank you, Fëanor. And just runs off to the side.
Fëanor.
Do as they do. Start bowing to the tree.
Thank you.
Thank you, Fëanor.
Thank you,
I'm sorry for the satyrs.
Fëanor.
I'm sure they're grateful to you. But they seem so happy to be home that I guess they forgot their manners.
The manners in what way?
Because they're naked. Wait, do I understand him?
No.
No.
You would be speaking Sylvan as
Oh
well.
yeah.
Then I'll translate to you.
Why, might I ask, are you in these parts of the woods?
We were kind of sucked into a book and brought here.
The tree is talking.
What is it saying?
I don't know. What does mine say?
Sweet.
Oh.
I'm translating everything.
Why is it talking?
It's called Fëanor. The tree.
Fëanor.
Fëanor. Does this ring a bell of any sorts?
I've heard of weird things. Now you see, the pool of eternal spring has been tainted and sullied by bloodlust. I myself can't move there to do nothing about it. But you, on your small feet, I suppose could help me out.
Of course.
The tribesfolk that are killing animals.
Or the ravens, or
That's
the lightning. Ask it if it knows anything about that lightning
The
thing.
red lightning.
Do you know anything about the lightning and tribes? Are those the ones hurting or tainting the pool?
We have had visitors with ill intentions, who has made this place worse for worse.
And what do you need us to do? Dispatch of them or end it peacefully?
For starters,
And one of his branches kind of lead out.
follow the road leading north into the woods, further than you are here. If need be,
And you see a small branch kind of come flying down from further up the tree with a vial.
Hmm?
Where normally you'd have to identify things and spend time doing this, something tells you very quickly that this would grant you a pretty significant strength boost.
Okay.
That's for you.
What?
This is a vial that in which you drink it, you gain a speed boost.
Strength
boost.
Oh.
Is it, bull strength?
Do I drink it now?
No.
Yeah,
No.
no.
When needed.
Ah.
So not now.
You see how this
I can have
tree turns around to converse with some wildlife stood next to him. A rabbit and a deer are stood there. He further turns around. You don't hear any verbal communication, but it's as if his branches are just touching them And then as he lifts off, they scatter into the forest again.
There is a community not far from here called Dewlight.
Dewlight.
Speak to the sprite named Wheel Dolly.
Speak to the sprite. We'll
He might have more news for you.
Spot out here. Sprite.
Again,
Speak to a sprite.
follow the road towards the north,
Towards the north.
and you should be able to find them.
What was the name of the sprite again?
Dewlight. Oh, I don't know. Sorry.
Wheel Dolly.
Will do.
Will
Will
do.
do.
Perfect.
Let's be on our
We
way.
can do that.
You
go.
Thank you, great tree.
Thank you,
head
Finn.
further
Yeah.
into the forest. You leave the plateau
Yeah.
that you were stood on. And in less than an hour,
I can handle it.
in less than an hour, you reach these moss-covered trees, and it's as if all the overgrown lower bushes and whatnot thin out, giving way to a small glen, not more than maybe, I don't know, 100 feet across, maybe. This area is full of colorful mushrooms that glow on top of one another. Some of them are clustered in like different formations more than 3 feet high. And a warm glow emanates from very small lanterns that hang on some of the mushrooms. Jutting up from the caps, or like from the tops of the mushrooms, are small chimneys. Brownies. And you can see, as you kind of really scope in your vision, that these mushrooms seem to be homes. There are many of them.
No way.
And they're scattered all around this clearing that you find yourself.
And of course, inside them are little blue people.
Oh no.
We are on the quest to find a sorcerer named Gargamel.
I say
You see, as you come in,
you got the book.
you see a single.
Get the movie juice.
You see a single sprite, and if you don't know what a sprite is, it's a very small fairy.
Yeah.
Hello.
Sat on top of one of the mushrooms, looking to you.
Hello.
Oh, greetings, big folk. Will Dooley here.
Hi, Will. We are.
Welcome to Dewlight. I suggest you best be on your way.
Thank you. We were sent here by Fano, the big tree, on the plateau.
Well, in that case, you might just want to stick around for a little while longer.
Thank you. He wanted us to help untaint the pool,
Yes.
and he said you might have some information for us on where we can find further information about these people tainting the pool with blood.
Yes, there has been signs of a battle brewing.
Brewing.
A group of predators have been stalking through the forest as of late. I fear they might be disciples.
Disciples?
Disciple of Malar.
Hello.
You've heard the name before, Malar,
Yeah.
as being a forest
Mm.
deity, as Sylvanus, but where Sylvanus is a deity of forest prosperity, Malar is...
Decay and.
No, he is the beast lord,
Okay.
or also called the deity of the hunt.
Do you have to
Werewolf.
tell you this information?
The disturbance to the north seems to be coming from around the pool of eternal spring. It's a hallowed site, associated with a lesser deity, known as Luru. Yes, it's the deity of unicorns.
What was it? The pool of.
It's only a book.
Spring.
It's not real. None of this is real. It's
This-
only a book.
Told me about unicorns. They exist.
Yes.
You are my 5 gold.
God
Told you.
I didn't believe it.
No. I'll act.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you were to find my last minions up and around that area. Whatever happens at the pool, it's likely to reach the peak on the winter solstice, which is at most a day or 2 from now. Not good.
No.
So we need to hurry.
We will hurry. Only we can.
Yes, hurry along now. Danger along the way might impede your travels. There's no time to waste.
Thank you.
And as you leave this opening, you're quickly kind of flung onto a street again, or path. This time around, it's more of a gravel path that leads you further northward into the underbush, into the story. And that's where we end today's session.
Good.
Damn.
My goodness.
Thanks everyone for tuning in. We will see you for more weird shenanigans next time.
And unicorns!
Yeah.
Unicorn